I'm on the road like everyone, but the journey is all mine. Sometimes like a lost dog lonely, sometimes like a butterfly fine. Oh, a place may seem like home or not, and friends.
And after that night, after the program, he asked me to go out. I went home and told my roommate, I said, I have got a date tonight with the cutest guy. And Doris said, well, I've got a date too. It turned out it was the same guy. And he sat on the steps of Palmer Hall and held hands in the moonlight with both of us.
Oh, you mover, granddaddy. Oh!
He called me for a date and said he would be there as soon as he got through scrubbing his mother's kitchen floor. I thought,
Snatch him up.
scrub the kitchen floor?
I'm standing talking with Neil and Hester and Lois White, and they've both just been married. And we're going to go to school at Garrett, so I was going to transfer. And they said, well, you're not coming if you're not married. And I said, okay. I've seen Dorothy starting to walk. I'll ask the next girl that comes around the bush. That's right. She came around and I said, hey, honey, how about getting married? She said, sure, big boy.
You are not alone, for love is the journey. Oh, when the road seems too rough to be yours, it's a desert, and you long for a single voice to say you're going right. Though I may be distant, pause and think of me, for I believe in you.
We had Julius Scott, who was on our national council, a black boy, who's now college president. They took meals with us and everything. And because we were interracial, they kicked us out of that apartment.
We got a registered mail from our landlord who lived at the front of the building and we lived at the back, and he sent us a registered letter telling us that we were out.
When a trainload of German prisoners during World War II pulled to a stop in Evergreen, Alabama, where my parents lived at the time, the prisoners were taken off the train into the restaurants and served at the tables, while the Negro American soldiers who guarded them were handed cold sandwiches out the back door. And many young people like us said, this must not be.
For love is the journey. We are not alone. Remember, we are not alone. Oh, we are not alone. For love is the journey. Somebody loves me like a river. Somebody like a flowing stream. Somebody loves me like a river.
There was a window of opportunity in the state for having a Constitution Convention, and we had one at just the right time. And I was lucky enough to get to be a part of that Constitution Convention, and that was one of the real high point experiences of my life. We had we seated ourselves in the con alphabetically. We didn't have right and left parties separated. By the time we'd been there 2 or 3 weeks, we didn't really remember who was Republican or who was Democrat, or whether some were independent, like I ran as an independent. We were all just trying to do the best we could to come up with a constitution for the state. And we came up with one, and I think maybe that's one of the best services for young people of the state of Montana that I had to be a part of.
Pebble in the river, there are colors that you hadn't seen. I see rainbow colors in my own heart when I let the river wash me clean. Sometimes I feel low and dirty, burdened with a debt I cannot pay. I take my burdens to the river, I feel the water carry them away. Somebody loves me like a river, somebody like a flowing stream. Somebody loves me like a river, somebody, and it ain't a dream. Sometimes I'm tired and weary, don't care what's a-going on, but the river says to me, dearie, don't you ever stop flowing on.
In a literary club in London, some of the people in the little circle were engaged in an intellectual exercise. The question was, if you were cast up on a deserted island, had just one book in your possession, what would you choose? And the first man said, well, I choose the Bible. And the second fellow said, well, I think I remember enough of the Bible, I wouldn't have to use that. I think I would choose Shakespeare's plays. The third one said, well, I'm acquainted with the Bible and with Shakespeare. I think I would take Browning's sonnets. And the fourth fellow said, if I were on a deserted island and had only one book to be in my possession, I don't think it would be the Bible or Shakespeare or Browning. I think I would choose a manual for amateur boat builders. There are times and situations when God needs boat builders more than He needs poets. There are times when God needs compassionate traveling salesmen along our Jericho roads more than He needs priests and Levites. There are times when God needs mothers more than nuns, needs men and women of integrity in oil business and in government offices than God needs preachers and pulpits. There are times when God needs money and muscle and jobs and laws as much as hymns and prayers. None of us has any reason to low-rate the importance of our own role that we play, or to underestimate the importance of the roles of other people. Right in the corner.